Hello guys, Guru here. If you're new to the channel or enjoy the content, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for more top-notch podcast reviews of your favorite series. Peace. What's up people, it's the Guru and welcome to GEEK Yogurt. Today we got Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 6. Let's go. Another good episode, guys. We left off at the cliffhanger with Nancy being stuck inside the other dimension that she went through the tree to go to enter, which was very dumb. She sees the creature, he's about to attack, of course. Jonathan pulls her out at the last moment to save her life. They go back, of course, it's like a little, you could always see the little, I guess, I don't know if it's going to be a romance, but a good friendship is blossoming before them two. She takes a shower, cleans up, and she doesn't want him to go, so he stays tonight. And boom, her boyfriend Steve, he's peeping Tom. He sees them two together through the window, and he thinks, that Jonathan is banging his girl, and so he's pretty much pissed off and stuff like that. So they make up plans to try to hunt down this monster, and they go to the army supply store or something like that, pick up a whole bunch of stuff to kill him. And it was kind of weird, and it was kind of a thing like, okay, y'all kids think y'all gonna take on this monster in another dimension, but by using conventional weapons. And of course they really don't know what the monster is and what his abilities or whatever, but I guess it is what it is. They gotta try something, because at this point in time they still think Nancy's still alive. So last time we seen her, she looked dead to me. So, but it is what it is on that. And of course, Will is still missing. And so I don't know how they're gonna get in that freaky dimension with these weapons or whatever. And I don't know, it's just crazy. It seems way above their head for them to actually try to go there. But we also know that the kids are involved, their brothers and whatever too, which is, of course, is above their head as well. But they're kids, so of course they're not gonna be able to think on that type of level. Like, this is beyond what we're capable of doing. Now, Hopper and what's her name, Nancy, they actually meet Elle's mom, which was cool. They find out that Elle's real name is Jan, and her mother was in some kind of experiment held by Brenner, using some kind of psychiatric drugs to induce, I guess, to bring out psychic abilities in human beings, because we only use certain parts of our mind. So if these drugs can enhance it, I guess we are able to use a different dimension of our mind that we usually don't use, which will bring about some kind of power, which is I guess a different evolution of human beings. Damn near making a mutant. So they're using these drugs to boost whatever the human conscious mind and see where it can go. And the mother was introduced to these drugs, and it pretty much destroyed her mind. They told her that her baby died, and everybody looked at her like she was crazy. And the doctors, of course, they in with the government, so they said that the baby, she miscarried or something like that. But the girl was actually born because her daughter is Elle, 11, real name Jane. So we got that mystery solved. And the crew try to get back together. Dustin and Lucas and Mike, and they're still beefing over Elle slamming his ass to get him off of Mike, and so he's pissed off. And one thing is, can somebody please get these characters some chapstick? If you ever look, see, like, especially the kids, what's my boy name, Lucas and Mike, man, they got the driest damn lips in history of TV. Man, their mouth is always white and their lips look cracky. I know it's cold out there, but please get these kids some chapstick. And Lucas, man, blow your nose, man. It's like every time he tries to do a scene, it's like he needs to blow his nose. So that's a bad look on you, man. You can't be going around with chapped lips and a snotty nose. But anyway, I digress. But they try to form an alliance, and Mike wants to, make bygones be bygones, but Lucas is not having it. So they both go on their separate ways, and Dustin try to keep the crew together and stuff, but they're not listening. And they both go their separate ways, trying to run their own little missions to figure out where Will's at. And because they still believe, they know that he's alive because they heard the voice, of course. But this thing with Elle, she goes to, she wakes up. We see her dreaming about some of the experiments that are running on her. She wakes up and she goes to the shopping, there's a shopping center, and she steals these Eggo waffles, which is crazy because the manager of the store asked her, "Can he help you, little girl?" And she was like, "Mouth breather." And I'm like, what does that mean? Because I don't know if that's gonna come to play later on in the series or something, or I'll try to really pay attention to the episode, see if we can get some kind of clues about that. But I don't know what she meant by it. She just called him a mouth breather. I was like, okay, what does that mean? Is she beyond human, or she doesn't look at human beings on the same level as hers? Like, she seemed like she's evolved, and does she breathe? I don't know, so that's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why she would say that. So I'm gonna pay attention later on in the series, see if that comes to pass. And she steals the Eggo's waffles, shows how she actually slams the doors. It's pretty cool effects episode. And then the bullies run into Dustin and Mike, and he puts a knife to Dustin and was pretty much threatening him and wants Mike to jump off the cliff where everybody think Will died at. Pretty much he's trying to make Will commit suicide. And Will's actually gonna do it to save Dustin because the boy has the switchblade, so he's gonna cut his mouth open or something because, you know, Dustin's missing the teeth. And so he, you know, Mike's down for his friend and he's about to jump, and he actually jumps off and he stops in midair and gets pulled back up, and everybody's shot like, what the hell? And who comes over the cliff? And this is just the most epic, like, heroic moment ever. You see, like, Elle comes is walking over the hill. She's walking with purpose. Like, she was like a badass. The soundtrack they were playing for that was awesome. And she knocks down one bully, and the actual main bully, she breaks she twists her neck and she just snaps his arm, and she runs off and she's like, go, or whatever. So they take off, man. And Dustin is just talking mad shit, like, yeah, she's crazy, she'll kill you, you know, back, you know, hyping up the crew and stuff, man. And she passes out, you know, her nose is bleeding, and she really exhausted her powers, I guess, because she had to save Will from the jump, and pushed one of the boys down and snapped the other one's arm. So she's pretty much drained, and of course, you know, she did all the things at the grocery store with using her powers, even though she did eat. So I kind of think that's like a recharge, but I guess she's exhausted, and she sits down, she cries, and she apologizes to Mike. And that was a very sad, touching scene, man. It was like, it got you hyped up, and then it brought you back down to see Elle is just this little girl that's suffering, and she really doesn't know her background, and she doesn't know much about the real world, and she's just lost, man. And that's just being that little chaos there, and the only thing she had that was like kind of anchoring her to like a real life or normality was the crew with the friends, especially her friendship with Mike. And that kind of got taken away from her because everything she learned about the outside world pretty much was through Mike. And I guess that was her real true friend. And feel like she betrayed him, and she's pretty much the only thing that she got right now. And she just broke down, was crying and stuff. And he would say, like, you saved me. But then it flashed back to show what happened with the guy. Brimmer had another experiment, told her how they're gonna make history today and all this garbage. And they try to make contact with the monster, and she actually reaches, I don't know what to call this monster thing, and he's eating on something, and she's like in this weird dimension where it's all black. It's different from the dimension, the upside down part. It's like this all black dimension, and the creature's like eating on something, and she touches his skin because it doesn't pay attention to her, and the thing turns around and starts screaming, and she flips out, and she uses her powers like some kind of psychic flash, I don't know what you call it, it just goes off. Her ability just goes off, and it cracks us into the wall, and it just starts tearing up the laboratory. And we found out with this psychic backlash, rather, it opens up a gate. She's the one that actually brought the creature to our dimension, or she opened up a portal so the creature can come back and forth through our dimension. And she also allows the scientists to be able to go through this. So that's that weird root looking growth thing that's on the walls within that laboratory. Elle actually opened up that dimensional portal for them to go in and out through there, and which is weird because how does this portal come about through that tree in the forest? I know it's probably pretty close proximity to the actual laboratory, but I don't know. But that I don't know that the roots run under the ground as well, like you can come through. Does it run through like wheels like all throughout this whole little city? Like, how far did these openings go, and how many portal openings are there around that little town so that this creature can go in and out wherever it wants to, I guess, or wherever it smells blood? Because not Nancy, but damn, I can't think of her name right now. When she was talking to Jonathan, and she was like, well, we that is Nancy, and she was like, well, she felt like maybe that creature can smell blood like a shark does in water. So, it is what it is. So, once again, another great episode. Oh, we can't forget that, little Dustin, when he went out by himself, he sees the laboratory, he sees all of them geared up, moving, going to the town. So the agents are on their way to Mike's house, because they got word that Elle is with them. And of course the kids went back to the house, so they're pretty much going to be surrounded because the agents are on their way, even though Dustin had tried to warn them, but they didn't get the message. So it is what it is, man. Another great episode, man. Don't forget to tell me what y'all thoughts was in the comments section. Don't forget to like and share and all that good stuff. This is the Guru. See you next episode. Peace.